Today I want to talk to you about something that's not just going to hold you back with any kind of struggle you have with anxiety or depression or pornography or addictions. It's also going to hold you back in every aspect of your life. It's going to be something that, unless you get it under control, it will always cripple you. But it's very easy to change. Very easy to change if you put in the time, the energy, the effort. You can make this change. It's very easy. Some people are great at finding problems. They know all the reasons it can't be done. They see barriers everywhere. They have excuses. They shoot down problem solving. If you try and give them a solution, it'll never work. They don't take risks because they already decided it won't work. There's no reason in taking those risks. It's very close. They play very close to the chest. They're not willing to put themselves out there. They'll always shoot down any problem solving you attempt. They look at the worst of every single situation. Every time that there's a problem, it becomes unclimbable. Well, this is just a solution, so they sit around complaining about it. And they make it out to be like, this is just the worst thing that could have happened. And even little things always add up to make a big thing that is just, so okay, let's take it apart and chip away little pieces of it. Well, no, that's not going to work because, there's just, these problems are just too big. Well, if you solve one little problem at a time, no, it's not. No. Well, okay, all right, but look, if you do this, that'll make that problem go away. This problem doesn't really matter, and this problem will resolve itself in time. And then this, oh no. Every time there's a problem, it becomes unclimbable, insurmountable. It can't be fixed. They see everybody's failures. They nitpick about everything. They complain all the time. Nobody knows what they're going through or what they've had to do or how hard it's been for them to, pick up the pieces and move on. And if it was anyone else, they would have crushed under the weight. It's always like a thing about sympathy. They look at the worst of every single situation. Here's the worst of it. The worst case scenario of what could be. But then whatever did happen is obviously the worst thing that could have happened. All these problems, they always add up, and they take their frustration out somewhere else, on someone else. It becomes this thing that just keeps building, like a trash heap. I hope that you see the kind of person I'm talking about, the kind of mindset I'm talking about. It exists in all of us to a point. That idea that I just have so many problems. This is the single greatest barrier to your success. And anything you try, this is the single greatest barrier. Your mindset will carry you. When your body fails, your mindset will still carry you. See, oftentimes it's our brain that kicks out. It's not our body that fails. You see this in training all the time. You're oh, I can do 1 more mile. But then if you have this mindset, I can't do 1 more mile, well, then you can't. Because once your brain gives out on you, you're giving up. You do a terrible job. We see this happen with people with their marriages. Oh, my marriage is doomed. Well, then it is doomed because you've taken that step to say my marriage is doomed. And once you reach that place, you'll find that it's not so easy to get out. So here's the thing, though. If the person who does this has past trauma in their life, things that happened to them when they were a kid, for instance, this becomes all the worse because their inability to problem solve and find creative solutions is connected to their past history. Especially if they were put in like an abusive situation where there literally was not much they could do, that they take that into their adult and they start putting that into other situations. If there was an issue of divorce or being touched inappropriately, it transitions over where this becomes connected with that in their mind, subconsciously, but still there. Oh, this is something that I can't do anything about. And so either you find kind of unequal reactions emotionally, or withdrawal. You find a lot of different things. And so because And so this becomes all the worse because their inability to problem solve and find creative solutions is connected to their past history. Okay, so the fear of the failure comes back from their childhood. Their fear of being rejected comes back, and these little small things really become huge things when applied under stress. When applied under stress, these are very important things. Okay, if you want to ever get anywhere in life, if you want to be better, if you want to achieve more, if you want to feel better, encourage others, if you want to really do anything that's worth your time, learn to see solutions everywhere. For every one problem you see, learn to find 10 solutions and then start taking the steps into that direction. You will either be moved to inactivity or you'll be moved to further, what am I trying to say? Or you'll be moved to further challenges, pushing yourself harder, rising above. Here's just some examples. I am an associate pastor at a church. We had to close the doors because obviously the governor made us because of Corona. Well, that seems like an insurmountable problem. What solutions can you think of? Here's another one. When we were finally allowed to open back up, people weren't all too ready to come back, and so we had a very small amount of our original membership come back. It seems like an insurmountable issue. We were able to find creative solutions to all of them and move forward. So, what can you think of? Pretend like you're me. Think of your own solutions. I'm not asking you to write down your comments or anything. I'm just saying, learn to start going to a problem and instantly start thinking about solutions. Start thinking about a way forward. Because if you let it, this is the single greatest destructor to anything that you achieve. It'll sabotage you every time. You have to learn to find solutions instead of finding problems.